Who Wants to Free a Billionaire? Screenplay by Alex Eastlake. Interior, game show studio, night. Lights fade up to show a man and a woman sat opposite each other on tall chairs, a podium between them, a screen facing each. Nothing can be seen in the background, only darkness. Host looks up from the screen and flashes the camera a big shit-eating Jack Nicholson grin.
Hello and welcome back. Now, before the break, Hilda here gave us her answer. She is now locked in. Before the break, we posed her a question, and I have to say this is a tough one. You're on a train, and it breaks down for a number of hours, leaving you stranded miles from anywhere. You and your family are sat opposite another very hungry-looking family. You have a hamper of food tucked away overhead. Do you, A, share the food between the two families because, hey, you've got enough? B, try to sneak small morsels without the other family seeing? C, just take the hamper down and nosh away. It's not your fault they didn't prepare. Or D, I don't take the train. Why would I? Plebs take the train. And you chose.
I went for C, host. Just gobbled a lot. I can't see how it's my problem.
They don't like it, Hilda dear. You sure you want to stick with your answer? You do have one last key. You still have time to unlock that answer of yours. The communal conscience knows a thing or two. It might be worth listening to them.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll use the key.
I have to say, I think you've made the right choice.
We hear the sound of unlocking and a door creaking.
So, Hilda, which answer do you want to settle on? And remember, you have no keys left, so you need to choose wisely. Will it be A, B, C, or D?
I really have thought about this, host. In that short space, I've done some real introspection.
Ooh la la.
And I know the right course of action now. I'm going for D, please. Why on earth would I be on the train with the plebs?
Well, okay. Can we raise the volume, please?
Where the hell am I? I demand you turn the lights on.
Percy, dear, welcome back. We hear you loud and clear. I'm not sure you're in any position for that kind of talk now, are you, my boy?
You'll regret this. I know people.
We all know people, Percy. All kith or kin to some funny little aspect of humanity. Am I right?
Who's there? Why are there so many people? This is all beside the point, as my funny little aspect of humanity happen to know the not so funny aspect. They can make the smiles drop from any comedic little corner so they so choose.
Anyway, time to be moving things along. Now, I have a conundrum for you, Mr. Hampton Wells. Look, it's no use shouting. I've muted you. You're only 2 questions away from a chance at liberty. Can you believe that? Now, where was I? Yes. Okay. You heard the question. Food on a train, hungry, family, etc., etc. Anyway, do you A, share, B, sneak, C, nosh, or D, deny? Now, I'm going to unmute you, and I expect compliance. Don't make me press that button again.
Fuck you!
Well, I did warn you. So, A, B, C, or D?
You say this. How are you doing that? Is that electricity?
My goodness, is he okay?
I'd answer the question, Percival.
I've never taken a train in my life, you low-life peasants. You will pay.
Host taps the screen. Percy's voice cuts out. A small bang resounds and confetti rains down over the host and Hilda. Host holds both hands out towards Hilda as if to say, "Your hero, ladies and gentlemen."
Oh,
Hey!
oh, I just knew it. Ah, thanks for the advice, folks.
Hilda, my darling, you have done exceptionally well. You have answered every question correctly so far. You seem to know old Percy better than any of us. Now, as I'm sure you know...
Oh, I'm a big fan of the show. Thrilled to be offered this opportunity.
The pleasure, I assure you, is all ours. Now, as you'll know, in the final round, the question strays from the hypothetical into the realm of cold, hard truth. I'm about to play you a recording of a conundrum that was posed to Percy at the beginning of the year. Listen carefully now. Roll tape, please.
We hear the sound of a door opening, quick footsteps, and recorded voices.
Percy, you need to talk to me. You can't ignore this any longer. This affects the both of us. God damn it, Percy, what are we going to do?
Hello, Stephen. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Look, I haven't called you because I've been trying to fix this. You can rest assured, though, it's all settled.
It is? How?
The pension pots. Don't look like that. I've talked it all through. We can make it invisible. Quick sale, redistribution of assets.
We can't. We just can't. It's not ethical. It's people's lives we're talking about. There must be another way. It's a betrayal. What about all those people?
I just can't believe it. I knew it was true, of course, but I just can't believe my ears. Nobody could do that. Not to so many people.
I'm sorry, Hilda. It gets worse. I'm about to play you 4 recordings of statements made by Mr. Percival Junius Hampton Wells. These have all been recorded in the last 5 years. I need you to tell me which is his given answer.
Let them eat cake. It's them or me, and I value myself at far more than the accumulation of them. All man can betray is his conscience. Fuck him to hell.
So, Hilda, what are you going to go for?
Well, I don't know him all that well. I've seen him on the telly more than I'd like to. He does strike me as a pretentious sort. I could imagine him blurting out some snooty quote. But then again, hearing him tonight under pressure, I could equally imagine him being just flat out rude. Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to push you, I'm afraid, Hilda dear.
Oh, it's so tough. It's not just myself I'm speaking for.
Of course, you're speaking for the collective conscience. But they elected you, Hilda. You, out of the thousands affected by this, they trust you to make the right choice.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll go for D, please, host. Fuck them all to hell.
Host does a double take, smiles and shakes his head. He waits for a moment, looking overhead. The silence in the studio is broken by a fanfare and explosions. Confetti rains down over them.
Oh, I really am so pleased for you, Hilda. You have a keen intuition when it comes to scoundrels. Now, Hilda, my dear, if you look at the monitor in front of you, you'll see that we've turned the lights on for little old Mr. Hampton Wells. Can you see him? Can you see him scratching away at the 2 doors there? Now, since you have answered every question correctly, you now have the choice of which door we unlock. One will lead him to a jail of sorts. You'd have the opportunity to convince him to do the right thing and win back your pensions. You're quite obviously a clear-headed woman with a sharp sense of justice, but are you a keen enough negotiator? The other door, well, it leads somewhere More befitting our little pantomime court of justice. Now, if you could raise your right hand. Thumb out, please.
Tense music begins to drone. Hilda raises her right hand with a thumb out, pointing sideways, teetering between up or down. The audience brays with each swing up or down.
What'll it be, Hilda? The collective conscience needs to know.
Her thumb moves more drastically between thumb up and thumb down. The music builds. The audience roars. Host peeps out from behind his fingers. Hilda raises her thumb to the sky and the room goes silent. She plunges it downwards and the audience bursts into roars of approval. Host takes a wrist and raises the hand with thumb still downturned.
Unlock the door!
We hear the sound of a key in a lock. Host mimes along with his free hand, then the sound of a door creaking open. We then hear the real sound of big cat roars. The end.